Okay, let's have a look at your message for today. Let's see what Spirit has to say. The right time will present is what I'm hearing. The right time will present. Everything has a time and a place. Prepare to be bold is another thing I'm hearing. There's something here for somebody's future, a collective's future here that hasn't been unlocked yet. Someone is not quite ready to unlock something. Someone is questioning where their success lies because they're not seeing things properly. They're not seeing themselves properly. So of course they're not seeing the reality properly, right? That's how it, usually that's how it works, isn't it? It's like we've got a collective, I've got to laugh. We've got a collective here that no one's looking at themselves realistically. So the reality is up in the air. That's why there's so much going on right now. Because no one's truly seeing themselves realistically. Apparently. Hasn't been revealed yet. Hasn't been revealed yet to a lot of people. It's like there's such a secretive energy in the air. Scorpio season is going to be super interesting. Because this is all... I mean, we know how the end of October is Halloween, right? The veil gets super thin, so the world is becoming more and more obvious. But there's going to be something presented around that time. But this is all the build up to that. So again, if you've watched the collective message, this is probably going to be a collective next few months message. Next one's going to be the next few years message. I'm joking. This is about how people view you, how you view yourself, and the reality, all intertwining. And so you're going to be getting a lot of illusions right now, like thrown up deliberately to test your mettle, to test who you are, to test what you believe in, what your discernment is. This card came out on its side with the Hanged Man, right? And as you can see, this person's not really connected to anything. We know the Hanged Man typically is somebody who's a little bit unsure of things. But they're resting on an illusion here. The reason, there's something within them they don't want to see. Okay? Something within us we don't want to see. And so it's easier not to, basically. For that, you know, ego. Shadow. Easier to just wait. I just keep hearing the divine has spoken. The divine is shaking some things up right now. It's like, oh, you're not sure. Okay, we're going to show you. Oh, so you're confused. Don't worry, we're going to show you everything. That's the divine is not playing here. It's interesting because they're showing... It's like they're flitting in and out of what they want you to see versus what the reality is. You're getting glimmers of that. And when you are, it's either too hard to understand, so you're disconnecting, or you're investing too much into it. There needs to be a balance here. There needs to be a perfect balance to gain success. Mentally, someone is unable to accept themselves, and so that's why their future is hard to accept. They don't want to accept themselves. And so they're in this kind of holding area of illusion, because it's a comfort zone. And so people are flitting into 4D, 5D here at the moment. It's like they're staying in a comfort zone and then they're being shook out of it, and they're like, whoa, where's that come from? The more you're investing in the self right now, again with this retrograde period up until the 2nd, I think it's the 1st or 2nd of October retrograde. Don't forget we've got shadow retrograde as well around the 16th, that will be ending. I wouldn't be rushing ahead until after that time if I was you, because nothing's set in stone. Especially because Spirit is wanting people to understand things fully. A redo to be done properly. Someone definitely messed up. Is kind of how I want to say it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, a lot of yawning. But this is a someone in between two worlds right now. And the course has not yet been set. I mean, the outcome has, in some ways, in a lot of ways for some of you, the destined outcome. But the trajectory of how that is going to be reached hasn't. That's how I want to say it. Oh, look, the 8 of Cups is now present. Wow. You're being asked to emotionally disconnect to understand the full investment of this. Yeah, the emotional disconnection is going to help. And I'm not in an avoidant way, or not in an avoidant way, or someone that's, you know, despondent, or, you know, trying to pretend that it's not happening, you know, like a denial, but in a way that is equal to what you're receiving back, is how I want to say it. Just temper the approach right now. Yeah, because it's like they're not willing to let this through until this is resolved. Yeah, someone's too in their shadow, which is why Spirit is like, oh, are you sure about this? They're trying to test somebody here. Yep. Yep, that's exactly it. Someone is being tested about what they truly want. I'm trying to work out if... Can we show me the energy of... Okay. Wow. This is... How do I put this into words for a collective reading? Someone is acting on behalf of divine justice right now. This is massive. I've got goosebumps. Okay, how do I put this into words, Spirit? Right, so there's a... We're almost split into this 3 right now as a collective, right? So we've got the shadow, we've got the light, and then we've got the false light. That's how I want to say it. And at the moment, the most realistic way of understanding a situation would be to stay in shadow, which is obviously, you know, your undercurrent, your subconscious, your, you know, things that are sort of buried beneath you, versus something that hasn't quite reached the top of awareness yet. It's like when you come up for air underwater and you're like, oh my goodness, thank goodness. But you seem to have to paddle so far up. You're like, my goodness, how deep did I go? There's a false relief that's come, and they're like, okay, so are you going to rest on your laurels? Are you going towards the real prize? This is the collective energy right now. It's like, are you okay? Are you going to play it safe? Or are you going to go towards what is really yours? That's what Spirit is saying right now. And that's what you're going to be deciding over the next coming weeks. It's like, do you want to play this safe, or are you going after what is really yours? Like, do you want to just take the kind of menial token gesture, or are you going after the main prize? I know what I'm going after. That's how it's that's how it's being done. Totally agree, Spirit. But someone's embodying the spirit of justice here, because whatever you put your energy into is going to be the outcome. This is about poise. Wow. There's two energies here at play. One is there's a subconscious element at play about your worth and how you view yourself. It's to get you into that energy. It's to make you, it's to push you. So keep, this is to push you guys forward. We've got the Magician here and the Ace of Wands. This is spell work, but it's also, there's a spiritual push. This is a male ancestor possibly that is pushing you into this energy. There is a balance coming as well. There is definitely a balance on its way here. It's what you're it's similar to the last message. Wow. This has to be achieved to get you into alignment as well. And it will happen quickly. Okay, don't rely externally for feeling, Don't rely externally on anything right now. Rely on the guides, rely on upstairs, rely on the self. When you do that, it will come forward very quickly what is yours, what is meant for you. But you have to be in alignment. This is about getting into alignment. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully this is of some help. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. Take care.